Mr. Kyari, whose arguments were presented by senior advocates of Nigeria, Nureni Jimo, asked the court to refuse the extradition request on the ground that he had committed no offense to warrant the federal government ferrying him to America. The suspended police chief informed the court that more than a year before his arrest, he had written to the Attorney General of the Federation and the Inspector General of Police, notifying them that he had opened a channel of communication with a suspected internet fraudster, Ramon Abbas. In the two letters tendered in court, Mr. Kyari explained that the purpose was to gain the confidence of the suspected fraudster and lure him to come to Nigeria, where an ambush was already laid for a sting operation by his own strike force. Besides, he informed the court that the American authorities once commended him for the commitment he was exhibiting in the battle against internet fraud. He further told the court that the wire fraud charge brought against him by the American government is not a known offense under the Extradition Act and therefore should not be allowed by the court to use to extradite him.
January and March 2020, Abba Kyari had written a report. He had written a report on the progress he made in respect of his underlying investigation.
Justice Inyang Ekwo had granted Mr. Kyari the permission to file further evidence as to why he should not be extradited to the US to face criminal charges of indictment of him by Ramon Abbas. The court adjourned to August 29 for judgment. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
Before the committee are representatives of the NNPC, the nation's refineries and consultant company, Saipem. Saipem conducted a technical survey on Warri and Kaduna refineries at over $2 billion. Its managing director, Walter Periana, was literally in the dock as the lawmakers fired questions based on the documents before them.
The pipe network between Warri to Kaduna are either at advanced stage of completion or almost done before you are what?
And everything is all embedded here. Whether it's in Naira, in Europe or in dollar, everything here is talking about refineries already rehabilitated.
NNPC Chief Operating Officer Mustafa Yakubu tells the committee the contract for the rehabilitation of Warri and Kaduna refineries has yet to be awarded. The managing director assures Nigerians one of the two refineries in Port Harcourt will commence operations by April next year.
When the son of a cow seller is eating the bones. And we need to put so many things in the right perspectives and allow Nigerians to know the challenges we are having. And then we'll put heads together and see how we are going to resolve them.
The committee has demanded some documents from NNPC, Saipem, and Port Harcourt Refinery ahead next Thursday's sitting. Jokeyatsa, TVC News, Abuja.
Representatives of the state government are on the ground for this exercise. In groups, the driver of the crusher picked and dumped motorcycles into the metal crusher. The state government said this will be a continuous activity if people insist on violating the restriction on the use of motorcycles in specified areas.
I'm happy you have seen the way they have been crushed, so that anybody who has any doubt that these Okadas may return to town, such a doubt is not going to be realistic. This is what is going to be happening to them. In the first quarter of this year, about 5,000 have been crushed like this, and then the operation is going to continue.
For the enforcement officers, it's been days of hard work, given how large some of the local government areas are. The Commissioner for Transport says no cause for alarm as there are alternative means of transportation.
We've increased the number of first and last mile buses on our routes. The lag ride, remember that we commissioned 1,000 lag rides. There are about 200 on the road right now, and we're ramping that up over the next coming week. We've increased the number of boats on our waterways, and the BLTs, we've increased the capacity just to make sure that people have alternatives.
2 days ago, the enforcement of the ban on motorcycles in 6 local government areas took effect. Government says it is not unmindful of the challenges this may pose, but insists that security of life, which is being threatened by activities of some riders, is more important. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.